Hello and welcome to another episode in this video series. We're checking out submissions to the DungeonCrawler Game Jam of 2025. This time we will have a look into Chicken Dungeon 3D by Regular Citizen Games. But before we get to the description here and dive into the game, let me remind you of the playlist, which you will find linked down in the video description, which contains all the games I've covered so far, and also pilot episode explaining what a dungeon crawler is and what a game jam is. And yeah, we are looking here at the submission page of the game jam, because on the actual game page there's not a whole lot written about the game, and here we have one sentence basically. We incorporated the genre fusion theme by using deck builder mechanics for turn-based combats and stats, as well as the treasure hunter theme. Uncover the secrets of the chicken dungeon to find the legendary golden egg. Okay, let's get to the game page. Find the golden egg and escape the dungeon, and enlist the help of your chicken friends to defeat the rats and ghosts that lurk below. Alright. Up, down, left, right. Okay, so this is in like Q and E is now strafing. This is swapped basically, swapped controls. Okay, but I hope that I can get used to that. If it's card based, it might also be turn based. Let's see how that works. Interact the spacebar, and that's it basically. Alright. All other game UI elements require a mouse. Okay. Game created by Robert Peterson and Ethan Davis. Alright, and there are a couple of assets used. I already downloaded the Windows version. And with that, yeah, let's jump into the game, into Chicken Dungeon 3D. And here we are. I mean, I can't click on anything here. Right, so let's start a new game. Okay, instant step, I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I already need to get used to the swapped controls. Yeah, the movement itself feels perfect. I mean, it's instant, and usually that always works fine. The field of view is a bit too high, which makes everything basically you see more, and with that more has to be squished on a smaller smaller room, which means that everything feels longer than it actually is. This is just one tile, but it looks like it's two tiles, or 1.5 tile. So I would actually, I don't think we can, decrease the field of view in this case. And I can show you that with Legend of Grimrock, for example. You can see that in Grimrock the proportions seem to be the same at first, but you can see that this game here, Chicken Dungeon 3D, is even longer and smaller, so that's because of the field of view thing. And there's still plenty of, like, from the tile you're standing on, there's still plenty to see, so yeah. Just 5 degrees, 10 degrees maybe. That should probably do the job. Okay, so let's see what we can find here. Nothing here. We can't get out. Can we? No, these are no crates or anything like that. Okay. I like the graphics. Okay, this doesn't look much very fitting like to the pixel art. Okay, this is some slime monster or something. Yeah, the perspective is also, yeah, it's making it quite confusing, I would say. Because it doesn't feel like how it should. Like, this one looks super far away, right? Yeah. Ah, no, this is... Yeah, there's one tile in between. Yeah, the perspective, like this little bit, this makes it look confusing, and in combination with the instant step, which in itself is fine, but it makes it even harder for orientation. And then in addition, the swapped keys for navigation. It's a bit unfortunate, and it would be super easy to fix. Okay, this almost looks like there's a secret or something, but this is probably just a glitch. There's a rat. Okay, let's see what the combat is like. Ah, okay. Deal 1 damage, 2 shields, deal 1 damage. Let's take shield. Play chicken. So these are my chicken friends. Deal 1 damage. I just had 1, okay, hit point. Okay. What can we do now? Upgrade chickens. Deal 2 damage. Okay, cool. Maybe something else is off with the drawing. Ah, no, I was strafing again. Okay. No, of course we don't have the... Well, we... How... I'm not sure, because we are getting random cards, or... Let's just upgrade chickens. This one. I think we have 4 cards, right? 2 times shield and 2 times damage or something. So, we can't go there. I can also not jump into this. So this is where we are coming from. Yeah, this looks super wide, but this is just a normal corridor. Okay, so we can only go there. Can we do anything with this? No. One shield. So what? I don't know how much damage this thing does, but I mean previously it also did 2 damage. So we will now take... Ah no, it did use the shield. Okay. Upgrade chickens. The damage. Yeah, usually, I mean, you would want to, because you also have the first move, I think it makes more sense to always just try to kill the enemy instantly if possible. And because it's a linear increase, every additional step probably makes even more sense. Unless, of course, in this case, we need to play 2 cards anyways. Whether that's 2 plus 2 or 3 plus 2, it doesn't make a difference. Okay. But... I mean, playing the shield right now makes also no sense, because we don't gain any time. Unless... Okay, what I did not... Yeah... If the enemies just keep doing 2 damage, then of course increasing the shields would have helped. Upgrade chickens. Hmm. 4 damage. Maybe it would make sense to throw even away one damage card and focus on just one, so that we can keep increasing just the one. Upgrade chickens. If enemies just keep doing 2 damage, then of course it would also make sense to just increase the shield, because then we just need to do the shield one single time, and with that we are set. We can't go there, can we? No. Yeah, it's always one too much. I mean, hope is... Oh yeah, now it's doing 4. But then also the shield would not help. Upgrade chickens. If we can't heal, maybe we should also add chickens, and maybe we can... In that, we can add an 8 chicken or something. Because now a healing chicken, because now we have the issue of not being able to get any hit points back. Special effects. Okay. Nice. Yeah, it looks cool. Also nice sound effects. Oh, what's that? Also, they are moving now. Yeah, it's always just a little bit too much, but this will mean that we will die now. Okay. Maybe we should just try at okay. And see what adding chickens is doing. There was nothing, right? And this is also nothing. No. I mean, one issue, I did increase 2 different cards before, so if I just focused on one card, I'm not sure if I was able to do that even. Add chickens. Oh, okay, we can just jump. We can get a chicken which does 3 damage. Okay. Is this like we have to throw one away, or? Not sure. But of course, this means that it's getting more luck-based if we keep adding chickens. But because we jumped over this one chicken, we might now just be able to keep upgrading the chicken with 3 damage and then be able to kill everything. Unless we don't draw this chicken, of course, then we have a problem. Okay, now we always have 4 cards then. Maybe we just did have these 3 cards before, and I confused that somehow. But now we will just create a mega chicken. If we always get this chicken card, we just can kill everything instantly with that chicken. I mean, the discard thing needs to have some reason to exist. Probably. So maybe if we have too many chicken, then that makes sense. But if that's basically a level up action, that's also a problem. Because that basically means that you miss out on something else. Yeah, the tactics here are not... not too complicated. Mm-hmm. But where does the chicken go? I think that's just vanishing. Yeah. Sinking into the goo. Of course, it would be nice if you could also find something in the environment. But 9 damage. Maybe there's also a cap. So yeah, it would be nice if we could also find some stuff somewhere. I mean, maybe there are secret or something which I missed, but... Oh. Chicken! Also nice animations here. Upgrade chickens. We are now at 10 damage. So it keeps going up. Uh-huh. We can't disable it again. This opened the door there, but let's go to the other side first then. Ah, okay, we needed to do that. Both of these to open that door. Nice. Oh, there's a chicken incubation chamber. I'm not sure what the background lore is between chickens and ghosts, why the ghosts are protecting the chickens, but there is probably a good reason for that. Orpington. Orpington does 11 damage now. We can't free them. So there's another ghost. Also, yeah, there's no option to heal or anything like that. We can try to get another chicken and, yeah, do the risk here. Maybe we get something useful. Add chickens, just to see. Ah, here is the healing. Okay. Heal 2 health. But apparently they don't scale. So it's still just 1 or 2. And now we have 5, so maybe there's a cap, and at that point we need to get rid of something. So, but yeah, it makes almost no sense to do anything but upgrading the damage. Once you have the jump, basically. Otherwise, I would probably just keep upgrading the shields and do it that way. Basically making yourself invincible, but that would also, if a shield persists over multiple turns, which I guess it does. Run? What? Run! And I guess we won. Alright. The golden egg is yours. Alright. Let's try it one more time with a different tactics. So this is going away with using that. And I first thought this was a monster. Alright. Yeah, I mean, the first one we have to kill right away, right? Then we upgrade a chicken, and we upgrade the shield one. And then we basically... I think this one already has 2. Yeah. So now I wouldn't use the shield, but I would still get 1 damage. Yeah. So now I would upgrade the shield again. So at this point I can endure 2 hits. And now I'm basically always playing this one first. Oh! And when you run out of cards, you're also dead. Okay. Interesting. But this very much limits you in what is useful for the cards mechanics. Let's just keep taking new cards. Add chickens. But it's also a bit weird that, I mean, in the beginning, you have to know that you need to add the chicken, because that is a big jump. And now we can... So this is maybe a bit randomized in what you can get. Because last time I added something much later, and then I was not presented any good items. Now let's take this one. But it discarded anything, right? I'm not sure. We can't kill it right away, so let's use the 4 shield. 3 damage. Oh, it's healing. Deal 1 damage. Add chickens. Gain 4 shield. I mean, this is useless. We keep adding shields. I think now we will be unable to kill the enemy because we do not have enough damage, basically. Yeah, we have 5 damage, so we cannot win this. Yeah, if it's also healing. And probably enemy can just use stuff, which is not fair. Yeah. So the enemy has an unlimited amount of cards, we don't. Yeah, okay. So the card battle is maybe not really really fleshed out, but yeah, overall it's a nice entry. I mean, it's a game which in itself works. You need to figure out how to use the cards, though it doesn't leave much open to tactics or anything like that. Movement is perfectly fine. As I mentioned, with the controls, you just need to swap, or let's say I would swap the turning with the strafing, because the other way around it's more common to have strafing on A and D and turning on Q and E. And the field of view needs to be decreased so that you see less in front of you, less to the left and right, which then leaves the stuff more place and opens up and makes the fields wider. And then it would look more consistent, because what you want to have is basically tiles in front of you which look square, and this one does not look square because, yeah, it's too deep. It looks like it's one square wide and 1.5 squares deep, and that's a bit of an issue with orientation, especially with also the swapped controls, and you're thinking, what is happening? Very easy things to fix. A bit more complicated to fix, at least like what you need to think about, how to make it more interesting, like the combat could use some improvements. But I mean, for this jam game it works. You have to consider that there was also limited amount of time and whatnot. But overall, yeah, nice game. That was Chicken Dungeon 3D by Regular Citizen Games, and that is Robert Peterson and Ethan Davis. Yeah, thank you for this contribution to the jam, and thanks to all of you for watching this episode. And if you want to try your luck here with Chicken Dungeon 3D, you can find the link down in the video description to the itch.io page for the game. All of the games are available for free. And if you're interested in seeing more videos about this jam, you will find the playlist down in the video description as well, with, as I mentioned, the pilot episode and all the games I've covered so far. And of course, you can also subscribe to the channel to not miss any of the new games I'm covering, and also possibly the future jams. So with that, thank you again, and I hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.